All right. Looks like we're live. Just waiting for the YouTube delay to double check the sound. Most notably to make sure my mic is working. All right. We're good. All right. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man looking clear. We are back for some more Project Motor Racing. Before we get into that, let's start by apologizing. I had planned to stream Sunday, but I haven't really been feeling that good this past weekend. I felt fine when I streamed. I think Saturday, whatever time it was that I streamed, and Sunday after I dropped my son off, I was not feeling good, so I just pretty much came home and went to bed. And as a matter of fact, I left work early yesterday because I wasn't feeling good. So I feel much better today, and it's probably right. It's probably right on time that I'm feeling better. Well, whenever there's never a bad time to feel better. But today we got new daily races for the online championship. This is the fourth and final round. So based on the point totals, I probably won't win this, but I'm still shooting for a top 5 finish. I was hoping to come back and do another race in the GTE class so I could try to get some more points, but because I wasn't feeling well, I didn't get around to it. So round 3 got away from me without me taking another crack at getting some more points. So here we are, round 4, fourth and final round. This is an 8-lap race at Spa. So before we get into the racing, for those of you who follow Project Motor Racing, naturally you know by now, I would like to think, that today Straight 4 Studios, the publisher for Project Motor Racing, they unveiled their short-term roadmap, basically what's supposed to be coming in the near future. And I'm sure you heard people go through it before, and read the what the short-term goal is, what they plan to do in the next few weeks, month, whatever. I'm going to go through it just like everybody else did, but and just like everybody else, I'm going to give my thoughts on what I'd like to see them do now, what I think doesn't have to happen right this minute, and maybe even a couple of things that I wouldn't want them to do at all. So let me pull that up. Let's see here, stream 2. All right. Here we go. Project Motor Racing short-term roadmap. Make sure Yep, read the roadmap today. All right. Yeah, I'll go through it for those who hadn't seen it, but I'd imagine anybody who's following this channel, not this channel, but following the game, probably seen it. So since the launch of Project Motor Racing on November 25th, the team has been fully focused on listening, learning, and responding. Community feedback has driven every step of our post-launch work, guiding us towards the issues that matter most and the experience you expect. Our ambition is clear: to reshape Project Motor Racing into the game you believe it can be. Over the past weeks, our priority has been rapid, meaningful updates. We've released patches aimed at resolving some of the most critical performance issues while continuing to refine vehicle handling and tire behavior across multiple classes. Alongside this, we've also made targeted improvements to online stability, strengthening multiplayer lobbies, and ranked racing. Looking ahead, our focus remains on steady, consistent progress. We will continue to release updates that improve overall stability, performance, vehicle dynamics, visuals, and online reliability. At the same time, we are actively working on new features that the community has been asking for, features that deepen immersion, improve racecraft, and elevate the overall sim experience. So features that deepen the immersion, okay, and improve racecraft, we pretty much know what that means. We got an idea of what that means. So over the next few weeks and months, you can expect the following: ongoing improvements, continued handling refinement across all vehicles. Fine. My biggest issue with the handling, I don't think it was like that across the board. It just happened with certain cars. When you downshift in the second gear, it was like the back wheels was locking up and it was causing the car to snap. So that was something that I wanted to see them address, and I think they did it with some of the cars because with the Corvette GT3, it stopped happening after the update, and the car seemed to like drive fine. I'm fine with driving the Corvette GT3. It kind of happened with the Corvette GTE, but that car is still a little bit twitchy in terms of handling. But hey, I mean, I'm fine with that because you can't really ding them for this handling refinements because all games are they go through their stretch where they tweak the settings, they tweak the handling a little bit. Le Mans Ultimate has done it a few times. ACC seemed like they did it like once every 6 months. They would tweak the handling. Hell, I mean, GT7 just recently did it, and actually, they just added a feature that we wanted to see gone from Project Motor Racing. So now, with GT7, basically in the short term, it's like they added the auto blip. So you won't just be able to slam the car from 6th gear all the way down to 2nd. If it's not feasible for you to downshift the car to that gear, it simply won't do it. You'll have to slow the car down enough until you can do it. And that kind of was the case with Project Motor Racing. And I think I've actually seen that issue with Rennsport. So next, UI and UX improvements throughout the game. I mean, I really didn't see anything about the UI that I felt like, hey, they need to do this, they need to do that. I mean, that kind of stuff, I just take it as it comes. And whenever they add improvements, same there. I just take it as it comes. If it's something that improves the experience, fine. If not, then it doesn't. A complete overhaul of the penalty system. That is something I'm not sure I want. Because one thing, well, let me not jump the gun on that. Let's see what they got planned, because what I was about to say actually ties into another improvement that they want to make. So I'll wait till we get to that specific improvement before I comment on it. So as far as a complete overhaul of the penalty system, I'll just wait to see what they have in store for us. I will say that when the game first came out, people thought the penalty system, at least the track limits, was way too harsh. So they relaxed it a little bit, which I wish they would have kept it harsh, because I want a harsh penalty system. And that ties into one of the other improvements that I'll speak of once we get to there. Continued upgrades to online stability and functionality. That's something that needs to happen yesterday. At least with this computer, I haven't really had any issues. I haven't had too many issues with the game crashing. My other PC in the bedroom that has a 3070 Ti, yeah, I've had some issues with the game crashing every now and then. And I'm not sure if that's poor optimization of the game itself, or I will say that for a game that the graphics don't seem to justify it, I think it is a kind of demanding game, and it does make that PC in there run hot. But also I have to take into consideration that PC has a 3000 card in it. The 3000 cards, 3070, 3080, what have you, those are great cards, but they do run extremely hot. That is the trade-off. Pete, I don't like the slowdown penalty, I must say. The only thing about the slowdown penalty is that people are doing it in the middle of the track. Whereas, and you can hit them when that happens, whereas GT7, the game will automatically slow you down and turn you into a ghost. So we know how people are. We know how people drive dirty. We know how people like to go out of their way to ruin other people's experience. So if they get hit with a penalty, some of them are going to go out of their way to slow the car down in the middle of a track and try to get another car to hit them, or force them to swerve off the track at the last second. So yeah, I guess I could I could kind of get where you're coming from with that particular instance. That's probably something that can be improved. Rendering and visual enhancements. I mean, it's not the best looking game that I've ever seen, but I don't think the game looks bad. So, I mean, I never really complained about the graphics to begin with. Because my biggest concern as far as visuals is what is the game going to look like when it gets VR support, because I still love to drive in VR. It is still my passion. And that's something, as far as the VR goes, that's something that I'll have to get with you guys when the time comes and see how you feel about seeing this game in VR. Performance and engine optimization. That's, to me, that's behind the scenes stuff. So I'll take it if it improves the performance of the game. I'll take it. Audio improvements. I really don't have a problem with the audio. I think across the board, I actually think this game has some of the better audio in terms of the cars. I think so. I've said this a few times. When it comes to the car audio across the board, in terms of having the best sounding cars across the board, I think a case can be made for ACC, Race Room, and Project Motor Racing. Because all three of those games have something that I really like, and that's that turbo whine, where you hear that, like, that high pitch whistle that comes from the cars as they're building up RPMs. Some of the cars don't have that on Le Mans Ultimate, like the Ferrari being one of them, the Ferrari 296, whereas the Ferrari 296 on Race Room does have that. So yeah, across the board, Project Motor Racing might be in the top 3 in terms of across the board. Now, in terms of if you were to throw a bunch of cars at me and say, okay, Ford GT, who has the best sounding Ford GT? I would say Project Motor Racing. If you were to throw at me who has the best sounding Mazda 787 Group C car, I would probably tell you GT7. So yeah, individual cars, yeah, that's all over the place. That varies, but across the board, yeah, I think Project Motor Racing is up there. I like the audio. Visual upgrades to vehicles and environments. That's one of those things where I can take it or leave it. I don't think it looks bad, but if they give us visual improvements, I think it might be hard to see during like daytime improvements, but like night, if you have nighttime races and the lighting is good and stuff, that definitely adds to the immersion. Case in point, before I went live, I was jumped on a set of course of Evo and did a night race in VR. And once they get that VR optimized, they may have a strong case for having the best looking VR, best looking sim in VR. I think when it's done, they're definitely going to be in the top 3, but a case can be made that they might be first. So that's where I'm looking at as far as Project Motor Racing. What's it going to, the visual improvements? I'm more concerned about the VR visuals. What's that going to look like at night in VR? Input and haptics updates. Yeah, okay. Another one that I'll take it. As far as inputs goes, I don't know if that means, steering and pedals. But I'll take it. As far as haptic updates, yeah, I guess I'll take whatever they give us. I think that, you know what? Oh, okay, I know one haptic that I would like to see. I don't know about iRacing, but I definitely know this is the case with Le Mans Ultimate and Automobilista 2. You slam on the brakes and you lock up the wheels, you get a flat spot and you feel it in your steering. And if you burn like a really bad flat spot into the wheel, it almost feels like it's oscillating. So if they add that kind of haptic improvement, yeah, I would definitely be all in for that. Uh AI opponents optimization, yeah, they definitely need to work on that because the AI isn't as bad as it was day one. But every now and then the AI will still try to plow right through you instead of going around you. And right now, for the most part, the AI acts like it's scared to overtake you. Um, if they close in on you and you make a sudden move and jump in front of them, a lot of times the AI will back off. So, they'll back off to the point where they act like they scared, almost like slamming on the brakes and coming to a complete stop. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I mean, but when the AI was terrible on day one and everybody was screaming about it, I wasn't screaming about it because I figured it's just a matter of turning the dial back. So at least that's the way I'm seeing it on the outside looking in. So, new features in development. The radar system. The sooner we get that, the better. I'm like, some some content creators have already like kind of spoken on it because I guess like at the moment they have an in-house radar that they're testing right now before they release it. So if they're testing it right now, I'm hoping that means that it's a week or two away from release, which would be cool. Speaking of radar, Race Room is also getting a radar. So the driving standards are already somewhat good on Race Room, but to add a VR to it, that's definitely going to help. So yeah, radar. Hope we get that in the next couple of weeks. Spotter support, huge. We definitely need that because if you got a radar and you got spotter support where he'll say car on the left, car on the left, car on the right. You get that, that's definitely going to help. So at that point, once they get the radar support and the spotter support, basically the only people who should be causing wrecks when that happens are the people who do not know how to drive or the over aggressive drivers or the dirty drivers. So I mean, once we get the radar system and the spotter support, those who know how to drive that practice racecraft, they're gonna be involved in less accidents because these tools will help them be more aware of what's going on around them. So yeah, the spotter support. Hope we get that pretty soon too. Rolling starts. I'm okay with them adding rolling starts as long as they do not get rid of um the standing starts. Because one thing I like about the standing start is if you jump that light, you get hit with a 15-second penalty instantly. I definitely like that. One thing I do not like about rolling starts in games like Le Mans Ultimate is whoever is at pole. Sometimes these guys will play stupid ass games. They'll slow down to jam everybody up on purpose, and sometimes they'll like even flat out slam on the brakes trying to cause a pileup right behind them. So if the cars behind them are hitting each other, they already got damaged before the race even starts. Some of them might have to fly off the track and catch a penalty just as the light goes green. Um, some of them will try to slow everybody down, and then they'll try to time it at the last second, and then take off as soon as the light turned green, leaving everybody else behind them trying to sort out that traffic jam back there. So that, like, I don't really care for the standing start, the rolling starts on Le Mans Ultimate. I think on Le Mans Ultimate, I think I would prefer a standing start. Um, the rolling start on GT7, I think is way too staggered. Um, it's staggered, but it's damn near a single file. The is damn near a single file line. So, so that being said, again, I'm okay with a rolling start as long as they do not get rid of the standing starts. I'm good. I want both. VR support for PC. They were aiming to try to have this ready when the game launched, but obviously it didn't happen. I'm hoping that this happens within the next month, but not at the expense of online stability. That is the most important part. Everybody agrees that regardless, all these improvements are going to be cool, but online stability needs to be at the top of that priority list. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for the VR support. When we get the VR support, Ham, what's good? What's good? How you doing? Um, so try a standing car. Try a standing start with a hypercar. Ah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. New online modes. Okay, so hey, we'll see. We'll see what that is when we get it. Native triple screen support. Yeah, I think that was along with the VR support. I think that was something that they were aiming for to try to have that at launch. And yeah, unfortunately, it didn't happen. Front end and menu overhaul. I guess that's another thing. Hey, we'll see what it looks like when it gets here. I don't really have an issue with the menus where I'm saying, damn it, they need to fix this so yeah, I don't really have an issue with the menu. Um, like when games have problems, menus are something you don't really hear me crying about because menus are menus. Um, Career mode restructuring and expansion. Um, I don't know exactly what they mean by restructuring, and I haven't really dug too deep into the career mode because I prefer to do online races, and I don't really know if anybody wants to see me stream the career mode. So there you have it. That is all of it. The order above does not reflect priority, but rather highlights the topic most frequently raised and discussed by the community. Our goal is to build a stronger, more resilient foundation for Project Motor Racing. One allows us to introduce these features thoughtfully and deliver the depth, polish, and authenticity you and this genre demand. Thank you for your continued support, feedback, and trust. We're committed to earning it with every update. So, let's switch back here. All right, we're back. And I will turn on speech chat now. All right. Wait a minute. Okay, I thought I forgot to turn on the damn mic. All right. Well, let's head on over to the multiplayer and see how far away we are from the next GTE race happening. Oh, and speaking of the GTE races and speaking of this 4GT, for those of you who've been watching me stream Project Motor Racing from the word go, I've made that clear on many occasions that my first instinct was to wait until this game got VR support before I bought it. But they gave us 7 GTE cars as a pre-order bonus. And honestly, I think maybe only iRacing has more GTE cars. Everybody else has 2, 3, 4 GTE cars. And the 4GT is one of my favorite GTE cars, along with the Corvette C7 and C8, the BMW M.2. Basically, the GTE class is my favorite class. I pretty much like all the GTEs. So yeah, I made that clear that the Ford GT was one of my favorite cars in the GTE class. What the world? Don't tell me we got an issue here. Oh boy. It doesn't want to seem to connect. That's not good. Oh, I need to unplug my VR headset while I'm at it. So okay. Sorry about that, folks. Needed to unplug my VR headset. Let me back up and at least see if we can access some other stuff. Liveries. I think there's a couple of new liveries. Yeah. So we can still access the server somehow because now we got a whole lot of liveries. Ooh, that Porsche. Ooh, that looked nice. Think I have to throw that on there. Oh, they got Rexy too. They got Rexy and Spike. No, actually, they're two Rexys. No, yeah, Rexy and Roxy. Okay, sorry. Yeah, let's throw those on there. What else we got? Got some NSX liveries. Let's grab them. I think I already added these two. I haven't even touched the GT4s on this game yet. Looks here's a couple of more. Here's a couple of more AMG liveries. Let's grab them. Oh, that bear right there. I actually got that livery for the Porsche on Le Mans Ultimates, and that was a livery that somebody uploaded to the race control website that I was able to grab. I don't know if I want or need another MX5 livery. What we got for updates? Nope, nothing DLC. All right. Whoops, nope. I don't want to buy, so cancel that shit. At least not through this game. I'll buy it through Steam. All right, let's see if the multiplayer wants to work. So if the multiplayer is not working, this is probably going to be a very short stream. Because it definitely does not take this long to connect. This is unfortunate. I mean, I'm being patient with the devs, especially with the online stability, because I know that the not that I know, but I believe the crossplay, with Xbox and PlayStation, along with God knows how many PC configurations there are out there, that's probably a difficult task. As of right now, I think as far as racing games that have crossplay with PC and consoles, uh, I think the F1 games are performing the best. I mean, yeah, the crossplay works fine and the VR works fine. So, yeah, this is unfortunate. I guess I can do what I'll close the game and then reboot it. See what happens there. And if that doesn't work, I guess I'll do a couple of laps single player, and yeah, this again, this might end up being a short stream. Because I will be honest in telling you that when it comes to watching sim racers, I am not really all that interested in watching sim racers do single player races. I want to see how they do against human opponents. All right, let's try this again. Ranked. Oh shit, just in time! Just in time! Look at that. 3, 2, 1. Oh, now something else that I forgot to mention is that what I was speaking on about the GTE class and the Ford GT being one of my favorite cars in the GTE class, what I forgot to mention is it appears to be the OP car in the GTE class. One thing that, like, when I used the car before, when they had round 2 at Interlagos, I noticed that the car had straight line speed. It was easier for me to catch cars on the straights if you get a good exit out the corner. Well, it looks like the car might just be overall mega. So I do not like it when that happens. Okay, let's put things this way, how I feel about it. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. Let's say the Detroit Lions were to win the Super Bowl. Well, next year when Madden comes out, naturally, the Detroit Lions will be the best team on the game, and everybody will be using the Detroit Lions. And when I come in and use the Detroit Lions, now I look like any other guy coming in using the mega team. So that's how I feel about the Ford GT in the GTE class. I'm using it because it's one of my favorite cars, but now that it's been exposed as being a OP car, now I look like another guy that's just using one of the OP cars. Oh, you know what? I should have checked to see if there was a setup. I should have checked to see if anybody had put any setups up there. So, all right, let's go. Boy, that looked kind of janky. Now, I've seen a few wild lap times throughout the day. Ah! He's still trying. He's still trying to race. Go. All that just to go off the track.
Lap timing's live. Make it count.
I had to lift or I was going to go wide. I did not like that. That's going to cost me a couple of tenths. Jesus! Why didn't he just get off the road? Oh, now he wants to shoot past me. My God. Now he acts like he wants to race. My God. Well, that destroyed my lap, so I'll try to get it on the next one.
To the end.
Oh, Jester's in here. Fastest sector. Got greedy! Damn it, I got greedy! Got greedy! I'm not going to be able to finish this lap in time. Forget it. Now, what is going on here? Okay, I'm seeing Jester. He's got a 216 up there, but for whatever reason, they got him in 4th place and got me 2nd. So, okay. Well, we'll just see what happens.
You've got 1 minute left.
I guess I'll just have to roll with it. Now, the lap times. So, other games where I've on this track combo, Spa GTE, my fastest lap you know what? I've never even... Oh, it says I'm disqualified? Oh, that shit. Because I got disqualified, that means I might be starting from the back. Holy shit, I just really messed up. So, I was about to say that I don't think I've ever set out to do a personal best on Automobilista 2, but I will say on R Factor 2, my fastest lap was a 2:16.9 using the Ferrari 488. And on Le Mans Ultimate, my fastest lap was a... Oh, wait a minute, I gotta back up. So my fastest lap on R Factor 2, I think I said a 2:16.9, it was a 2:16.6. And then on Le Mans Ultimate, using the same car, it was a 2:16.9. So coming into Project Motor Racing, I expected to set lap times of 2:18, 2:17. And then I saw Boris do a 2:14.1, I believe, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I seen Mets VR do like I think like a 2:13.3, and I'm like, oh shit. And then the race that he was in, somebody did a 2:10. Now we getting into territory where they were starting to wonder if he was cheating or not. I'm going to keep the soft tires on there because this is only an 8-lap race. We will go back to the standard 50 liters that was in the car to begin with, just to make sure I got enough.
Qualifying's over. Might have to take a look at your setup for the race because the other guys obviously found more speed.
Yeah, it shows me getting DQ'd, so I'm going to be at the back. Holy shit. It better not have DQ'd me for this race, though. If I got DQ'd for the entire race, I'm going to be upset. Yeah, they got me starting from the back. They got me starting 11th. Crap. This ain't gonna be easy. Because if I try to overtake somebody, I don't know if it's a console user with a controller. We have no radar, we have no spotter, so it's going to be a case of overtake at your own risk. I didn't want to hit. Oh, whoop. Everybody getting penalties all over the place if they're not going off the track too. Oh, come on, dude! I didn't take him out. The guy, he swerved into me, and then he pit maneuvered himself. Had the fastest first sector again. Damn. Oh my God. That was a backbreaker right there. I can still walk down some of the slower cars, but that's going to kill any chance I had of winning this race.
Back marker in front isn't in contention, so pass them now.
Ah, Jesus. It's just a back marker in front, not for the race, just get past them. That grass got me.
Back marker coming up is not for position. Get by as soon as you can, we don't want to lose any time.
Oh, shit.
Marker ahead is not for position. We need a clean pass.
I didn't realize I was in fourth.
Racing for position. Last lap, mate. Back market coming up is not a position. Get by as soon as you can. We don't want to lose any time.
A 215.7. I believe that if I was in VR, I could have got into the 214s. I made a lot of mistakes. Hey, but I love that Ford GT. OP or not, I love that car. I mean, the Corvette, I want to use the Corvette too, the GTE, but it's still too twitchy.
They were on another level today. Definitely a wake-up call. We got more work to prepare for the next race.
So yeah, we got to get us some points. So I'm definitely going to have to do this race again. Once we get to the main menu, hopefully the next race won't be too long. 24 minutes. So that means I'm going to call it 7:13 Eastern time. So I'm going to go grab a quick drink. We'll come back and putt around a little bit, maybe get a few practice laps in, and then we will register for the next one. See, so let's see what I got for points. Oh shit! 42 points. And that just threw me up to 5th place. Oh shit. I might be able to do something with this. All right, folks. Give me a second and I will be right back. And we are back. Let's go do a couple of practice laps. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me see if anybody posted any setups. Vehicle setups. Nope, nothing new. So I've got all these setups. Oh, you got to be kidding me. The game just crashed on me. That's a rarity. That doesn't happen that much to me. So I'm not going to throw a raging fit. It is what it is. All right, let's try this single player thing again. So only got about 15 minutes. If it crashes again, I think we'll just have to wait it out for the next GTE race ranked. One thing I do like about this game is if you stop on the track, as you guys saw earlier, the game's going to tell you to get moving. And after a while, if you don't move, they're going to disqualify you. So whatever work you did for qualifying is down the drain. All right. And I think I forgot to ask you guys to be so kind and hit that thumbs up button. I would really, 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 really appreciate it. And let's go.
Ain't no stopping this train. Whoa!
Clear of pit lane.
Corvette actually sounded pretty good.
Session ends in 5 minutes.
That was bad. Damn it, the grass! Yeah. I absolutely love that about the grass and the gravel. If your car goes off the track, the gravel and the grass will try to pull you off the track. And you will lose a significant amount of time. In other sims like ACC, you can put a couple of tires in the grass and it not really lose much time. Whereas this game, if you put 2 tires in the grass, you're gonna lose a lot of time because it's gonna slow the car down and definitely unsettle the car. So, I absolutely love that about this game. So we've got about 10 minutes. But I don't want to run the risk of missing the race. So let's back out. Yep, 10 minutes. Register for the race. Same deal. This would probably be a good time to have Spotify. Play some music. I don't know. I mean, I put it on here. I put Spotify on here at one point, and I think I might have uninstalled it. I know what I could do while we're waiting. So let's bring that back up. Bring that back up. I know what we could do while we're waiting. Go to YouTube and put on some copyright hip hop. That's what we can do. Yep, there we go. Hip hop background music for videos, no copyrights. All right, it says 23 videos. Let's go. Whatever they got. I'll be right back, folks. All right. Got about 5 minutes. After this song plays, we can get ready. All right. All right. 30 seconds.
Observationist 33 said, new PMR soundtrack slaps.
That's not PMR music though. I just went to YouTube and typed in copyright free hip hop, and this is what we're getting. So I was just playing music while we're waiting for the session to start. But thank you. Five, four, three, two. All right, it's time to quali. Let's go. Let's go, Voltron Force. Oh, now it's waiting for players to load? This shit better not crash on me. There's a ghost around me. All right, let's go.
All clear.
I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna give these guys some room so when I get ready to make my run, okay, looks like everybody's still a ghost then. Oh my Lord.
That timing started. Get a move on. Left in the session.
Fastest second sector.
Well done. The timing screen shows you're the fastest car out there right now.
Ugh. Laps dog shit.
Final minutes of the session. This lap is the checkered flag. Session's over.
Damn it! I wouldn't have got pole, but I was still looking to shave off a couple of more tenths.
Only just missed out on pole. We're still front row though.
Damn. I had pole once upon a time. We survived turn one and we golden.
At Big Rock 18 said, "Good run though, nice thumbs up medium skin tone."
Thank you, thank you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Damn it. Oh, now they're making me slow down. That was a backbreaker.
BG Trans. Thanks for following.
Thank you for the follow. The grass! Stay off the grass! Trying to get an early exit, damn it. Still catch him. Just gotta relax.
At 19 BenJ83 said, "Hi, you're welcome. How is it going? I'm thinking about purchasing this game tomorrow."
Well, if you get it on PC, it couldn't hurt to try, because if you don't like it, you can always return it for a refund on Steam. I had to lift so I don't go in the dirt. No!
The back marker ahead isn't in the fighter position. Clear them ASAP.
At Ghost Viper Racing 246. Said. LOL, almost lost it.
Mr. Viper, what's good?
Ain't no stopping this
At
train.
19 Ben J83. Said. So unlucky you almost had him, but there is still a change.
Yeah, I still got 4 laps to check. I still got 4 laps to catch him. Well, I'm in 3rd now, so I can still finish 2nd. Oh, that did not help.
At Ghost Viper Racing 246. Said. Like the animation.
Thank you, sir. I'm making mistake after mistake after mistake. I need my VR.
Back marker ahead is not for position. We need a clean pass.
Made a mistake again.
past them as soon as you can.
Grass, grass, grass!
At 19 BenJ83 said, "You got this."
We got to!
This back marker isn't in contention, so pass them now.
He folded!
Just one more lap to go.
And he's got a 2-second penalty. I'm good. I'm in the clear. Just keep the car on the track.
At 19 BenJ83 said, "Yes, let's go."
Thank you, thank you.
Back marker is not in our race. Make a quick pass.
All right.
no stopping this train! Whoa!
There we go, there we go, there we go. I'll take the second. Yeah, the leader, the guy who won the race, turned into 214.9. I wasn't catching him anyway. All right, let's go, Voltron Force. Save that replay. That was even though I made a lot of mistakes, that was a battle. But again, I promise you, if I would have been in VR, I wouldn't make that many mistakes. Because not only would I feel the car becoming unsettled, I would see it in real time as it happens. I'm not the flat screen racer I was 5-6 years ago. So sometimes when a car snaps loose, by the time I realize the car has become unsettled, it's already too late. But I will take that. That should get me some serious points, and hopefully it might throw me into the top 5 in the point standings. Not only that, I'm hoping that when this is all over, I should be able to get out of Division 5. Because I should not be here. Save that replay. Hopefully it won't crash trying to save it. All right, we saved it. Boy, this game is scary. You seem like you click on any button and it freezes for a split second. You think it's going to crash. In 4th place. Yes, sir. I don't know if that's going to hold up. Truth be told, I don't know if it even makes any. I don't know how much more difference it would make to even try to continue going forth to try to win a race, because right here where I got 46 points.
At 19, Ben J83 said, "Is this one of your favorite racing games at the moment? I only got the PlayStation 5, so if I get it, it will be unfair."
Well, that's a catchy answer, and that question, it's a split answer. The Le Mans Ultimate had been my favorite game for quite a while. It's still one of my favorites, but right now, here, Project Motor Racing, I'm having the most fun on Project Motor Racing. The audio, I absolutely love the audio. People criticize the graphics, but I think the graphics are okay. In fact, I like this game so much that I'm waiting for the game to come on sale on console so I can pick it up for the PlayStation 5. Because right now I'm playing it on PC, and I've got a pretty beefy PC. I want to get it for the PlayStation 5, but I don't want to pay the $70 for it. And Sony, and even, definitely Sony, when it comes to digital purchases, they got that shit airtight. The only way you can make a digital purchase is on the console or through their website, through PSN. You can't go to places like G2A or what's the other places where you can get cheap codes? I forgot. But in any case, you're not going to find any of that stuff on those sites. So I'm just waiting for the game to go on site for PS5. And then I plan to pick it up on PS5 because I'm definitely curious. Now, from what I'm hearing is that the game does run better on PS5. It was having problems with day one. Some Xbox users couldn't even boot up the game, but I guess a lot of that's been solved. So I guess it's kind of on par with the PS5 now. I'm not quite sure. Right now, I think the biggest criticism that I've seen people have for the PS5 version is that the graphics in the distance look blurry. So, but despite that, I'm still curious about the PlayStation 5 version. I still want to get it. So yeah, just waiting for it to go on sale. Lexington, I do not know anything about this track. And there's, I have to see what that track looks like. Yeah, I've never been on this track before, so I don't want to go into a race on a track. Oh, excuse me, on a track that I'm not familiar with. So actually, it's the only track on here that I'm not familiar with. I'm familiar with Canadian Tire now. Nordschleife, I know most of it, but not every single nook and cranny. And I haven't done Nordschleife in quite a while because I really don't care for the track that much. It is a super long track with a ton of curves, and it's a narrow track too. There's almost no room for overtake. So, it's 8 p.m. here. A good day of racing, I would say. Looking forward to the improvements that the studio Straight 4 as well as Giants. Looking forward to the improvements, looking forward to online stability, radar, more spotter implementation, and most notably VR. But let you guys know, when the VR comes, I will do one VR stream here. And then after that, I'm going to put up a poll to see if you guys want me to include VR streams as well as flat screen streams. Because right now, what I am promising as far as Project Motor Racing goes is to do at least 2 streams a week. When we get the VR support, if you guys like the VR, then I will go 3 streams a week. But if you don't like the VR, I'll do 2 streams on this channel and then do a VR stream on the other channel. So we'll have to see how it plays out. So with that, I think I'm going to hang it up and go ahead and end this on a high note. Although I made a lot of mistakes, I'm happy with the finish. So let me see here. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So I think we're supposed to get another update patch this week on Project Motor Racing. Naturally, we want online stability first and foremost, but after that, the radar can come next. We need that next after the online stability. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. And I know
at 19 Ben J83 said, I would like to see both streams VR. At 19 Ben J83 said, and TV.
Okay. You know what? Let me put the link to my second channel in the description.
At 19 Ben J83 said, thank you so much for you stream.
Oh, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Copy. And here we go.
Lincoln Clay said, https://www.youtube.com/@thegodfa the ROFBR9056.
All right, so that's the link to my second channel, The Godfather of VR. Originally, when I created that channel 4 or 5 years ago, it was like all things VR, shooters, puzzle games, racing games, what have you, anything VR. I don't play other VR games like I used to because I'm so focused on sim racing now. So at right now, most of
At
my
19
focus.
Ben J83 said, followed over there as well.
Appreciate it. I hope to see you on the next stream. So right now, most of my focus is on Project Motor Racing on this channel because I consider myself pretty fortunate because since Project Motor Racing has launched, I have my views have shot up versus what I normally get, and as well as the subs, I really appreciate it. So I got to keep the focus on Project Motor Racing. But you can catch the VR stuff on that second channel. And we'll see how it plays out once Project Motor Racing gets his VR. We'll see how that plays out, how you guys react to that, and go from there on this channel. So once again, folks, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know you'll see me again this week. I can't say for certain which day it's going to be. But I will say that if we get another update this week, you'll see me on the day that we get that update. If we don't get an update this week, then I would probably say, you know, look for me again Thursday or Friday. So we will see you then. Thanks so much for watching. I know I'm blabbing. That's how I get. Sometimes I can get long-winded. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you on the next one.